What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, this is just confirmation. I know everybody got the news, and I know everybody heard that undefeated three-division world champion, former junior welterweight undisputed world champion, and the reigning undisputed welterweight world champion, who is widely acknowledged and recognized as the #1 best pound-for-pound fighter in the world, and Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford is 36 years of age. He is 40 wins, no loss, no draw, 31 wins by way of knockout, 5'8" with a 74-inch arm reach. He's coming off of the biggest, most lucrative legacy fight of his career that took place July 29th, Las Vegas, Nevada, T-Mobile Arena, when he took on and defeated now former unified welterweight world champion, superstar boxer Errol "The Truth" Spence Jr. With that said, Errol Spence Jr. was the WBC, IBF welterweight world champion superstar. Errol Spence is now 28 wins, 1 loss, no draw, 22 wins by way of knockout. Errol Spence is 33 years of age, 5'9" with a 72-inch arm reach. With that said, Errol Spence, before going into the fight, July 29th, Errol Spence had a mandatory challenger for his International Boxing Federation title, the IBF, with President Mr. Peoples. And Errol Spence Jr., that came in the form of undefeated welterweight superstar title contender, the phenom, as I refer to him as, Jaron Boots Ennis. Jaron Boots Ennis is 31 wins, no loss, no draw. 28 wins by way of knockout. He is 26 years of age, 5'10" with a 74-inch arm reach. He was Errol Spence IBF mandatory challenger. But because this was such a highly anticipated fight, such a big fight, a fight that the fans was clamoring for, Errol Spence was allowed to go into this unification undisputed showdown. Undisputed and unifications trump mandatories. So with that said, Errol Spence fought Terence Crawford. He lost. Terence Crawford inherited the Jaron Boots Ennis issues, their fight, right? And the problem is that before Terence Crawford and Errol Spence fought, they signed a contract that said that Terence Crawford and Errol Spence, loser, has the right, 30 working business days, that they're contractually obligated. They're contractually in their right to petition for, and the winner is contractually obligated to fulfill it. In this case, Errol Spence lost. Errol Spence activated the rematch. Now Errol Spence is well in his right to receive it. Terence Crawford has to give it to him, but Terence Crawford can choose the weight class, and he's automatically going to receive a bigger share of the pie. Well, Terence Crawford and Errol Spence are going to rematch one another. And Errol Spence, after the fight, he stated that he wanted the rematch at 154. He wanted it in December. That's obviously not going to happen. But the fight is going to take place at 154. And this is an indication of such, as Terence Crawford has been removed of his IBF title. They have elevated Jaron Boots Ennis to the to the IBF welterweight world champion. He was the IBF regular champion or international champion. There's so many different titles, and now he's the IBF super champ. He is the official IBF champion at welterweight. Okay, which means Terence Crawford has been relieved of his IBF status, which means that this is a clear indication and a confirmation that Terence Crawford is moving up to 154. And he's going to challenge Errol Spence at 154. Now, there was complaints and there was arguments that Terence Crawford wanted to fight at 147, and he was going to weight drain Errol Spence, who Errol Spence can't make the weight, so on and so forth. It's not the case. So now this is great news. You got two confirmations. Jaron Ennis is the official champion IBF champion at welterweight, and Terence Crawford is going to 154 to rematch Errol Spence. This is even better news now, because Jaron Boots Ennis gets the opportunity to unify the belts. This means that more than likely the other sanction bodies are going to follow suit, right? Now, and I don't mean this in a malice way, but hopefully the WBA follows suit. And the reason I say that is because that means that Ennis, Lithuanian star, WBA regular champion, will be elevated to the super champion, or the fight that was supposed to happen in December 9th, which is him versus former unified welterweight world champion Keith Thurman. So Keith Thurman and Ennis will be fighting for the WBA title, official title, WBA super title, which means the winner of that fight fights Jaron Ennis in a unification bout. That's great news. That's great news. So now the new crop of wave of fighters will be coming in. I expect Keith Thurman to beat Ennis, but you never know. That has turned into a 50-50 fight now. Keith Thurman versus Ennis. Stanionis is 14 wins, no loss, no draw, 9 wins by way of knockout. 29 years of age. He's 5'8" with a 69-inch arm reach or 70-inch arm reach. Keith Thurman is 30 wins, 1 loss, no draws, 22 wins by way of knockout, 34 going on 35 years of age, 5'8" with a 69-inch arm reach. They fight. Keith Thurman is inactive, fought 3 times in 6 years. He's susceptible to body punches. He has a glaring weakness there. He can be hurt there badly. So, you know, you get Keith Thurman hurt to the body badly, and that speaks volumes. Stanionis is a big puncher that goes to the body, so he could possibly hurt Keith Thurman to the body, right? So that's a 50-50 fight. But nonetheless, the importance of this is that this move by the IBF is going to be good for the sport of boxing and for the fans, because now, like I said, if the WBA follows suit, Keith Thurman versus Stanionis, winner fights Jaron Ennis unification bout. This helps Jaron Ennis. This helps fighters. This helps Jaron Ennis not be avoided, because those fighters like Cody Crawley that was supposed to fight him November 25th that pulled out the fight because he wanted more money. Well, Cody Crawley is now in a position where he's going to need to go through Jaron Ennis, because Jaron Ennis is the official world champion. So Jaron Ennis cuts the corners off. Right now, fighters they got to go through him to become a world champion. And Keith Thurman wins that fight against Stanionis. Keith Thurman versus Jaron Ennis in a unification bout is massive for Jaron Ennis. You understand what I'm saying? Now Cody Crawley should very well be enticed to take the fight with Jaron Ennis, because Jaron Ennis is the official champion. Now you're fighting him for the belt if you Cody Crawley, right? So now the WBC, you know, all these other sanction bodies, they fall in line. They fall in line, and now you get Jaron Ennis in a position where he's not stuck anymore. I mean, it's still going to be hard for him to get fights, because let's face it, Errol Spencer was the IBF champion, and Keith Thurman still wasn't trying to fight him in a massive unification bout. But maybe, you know, this is more enticing for Keith Thurman to take the fight. Hopefully it's more enticing. Big fights, you know what I'm saying? So this is a great move. And for Errol Spence, Terence Crawford, this is a great indication now. Errol Spence could get the fight like he wants at 154. Now let's say Terence Crawford beats Errol Spence at 154. Terence Crawford gets, you know, a fight with, you know, Tim Tszyu or something. He beats Tim Tszyu. The Jamel Charlo fight is there. He can make the Jamel Charlo fight. So this is definitely going to be a trickle down effect and a great indication that there's big fights on the horizon that we've been looking for. Period. Point blank and period. This is what we've been looking for. We've been looking for these big fights, and now we're gonna get them. Now Jaron Ennis is the official champion. Hopefully he can secure the fights that he's been attempting to secure finally. finally. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all, man. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon, and get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. So all I got for y'all. I'm going. Peace.